Alright, I'm gonna get this thing started. I think I've got it all figured out. Intro videos turned on. We're gonna kick the tires and
Light the
light
fires.
Light fires.
We're
Yeah.
lighting fires. Yeah, I don't
Light
have.
fires.
Hang on, my Roll20
I'm
just
allowed to
seized
play
up.
with matches?
Why? There we go. Here we go. We're going live now.
I want to play with matches.
Well, but he's working for the next 10 seconds. Start it.
We got it.
Are you sure?
I got it. I'm glad I can randomly scare people when I suddenly turn the volume like from mute to on. It was like, no, they're on. I need the
people who put it on and have just
you know what I need?
Like quiet going for the last.
Well, I need the stream equivalent of like when a concert's gonna start and the lights start to like like the whole concert hall lights start to like do that thing and it's like get in your fucking seats, everybody.
Yeah. Concerts do that like getting ready music.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And you can hear some people like tinkling with things. And moving things
That's
around.
what I need. I need a tinkler.
A couple.
Hello, everyone. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined, as always, by my wonderful friends, Chris, playing Volravin, the Eladrin Bard of Eloquence.
Hello.
Heather, playing Frey, the Halfling Barbarian of the Beast.
Hello. Oh.
Reese, playing Thimbleweed, the Thrycreen Swarmkeeper Ranger.
Hello.
Raymond will be joining us later this evening playing Edmund, the Human Alchemist Artificer, and Rochelle will not be joining us this evening playing Celeste, the Half-Orc Sunsoul Monk. We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Watch all of our stream sessions here on YouTube. Read weekly session recaps at RogueWatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Icewind Dale every Monday and Thursday. Head on over to our live post-session discussion, Frostside chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all of these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. Follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link into the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Patrons get exclusive access to private videos, custom 5e content, and participate in monthly DM roundtables and private Patreon D&D games. Shoutouts to new patrons this week, John, and Infernus has upgraded from silver to platinum. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net for video chat. We use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. And our hearts go out to Miss Rochelle of what she's going through right now. Reese,
yeah. Still hard.
Yeah, I understand. If you want me to move on, I will 100% do that.
I mean, I'm sure they want to know. But yeah, 3 Thursdays ago, I think at this point, Rochelle found out she had a tumor in her chest. So it's a type of lymphoma. The prognosis is good. But we've been in the hospital for 3 Thursdays ago to
Monday?
Yeah, like a week and a half. She was home for one night. And the next day she was like, my left arm feels numb. So we had to go in there because she was having blood clots. So that was cool. We go back. So we got home on the 28th. So yeah, she'll be here rarely.
Yeah.
We love
I'll
her.
be here less rarely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. If you can show the solidarity of the haircut.
Oh yeah.
Your webcam, for some reason, I've got you panned down. If you can scrunch down a little bit and show that off. There you go. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Looking good.
I don't know if and also she's all right. She's doing all right. She got a haircut too.
Yeah, she got a nice haircut. They both look real good with their haircuts. I gotta say.
I am a little jealous.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
Not really doing that or focusing. It's
It
all
won't
right.
focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get
So-
the idea. She got it short with some purple in it. And,
Yeah.
And Reese
I'm
went.
Uh,
Tell her I'm
Reese
jelly of
went
the
all-
purple. I've always wanted to do purple. I just have never had the patience to sit there and have the blonde put in and then the purple put in on top of it.
yeah.
So
Well,
I'm jelly of the purple.
yeah. She it's gonna fall out soon anyway, so she like might as well color it.
Hell
And
yeah.
she
What a
colored
time to
purple
experiment,
for,
right?
That's right.
I can do
for at her work epilepsy awareness. But yeah, her hairdresser was like, if we bleach it, it might already just fall out anyway. All right, let's not do that today then.
But accelerate the process.
Yeah. So we have to go in every few weeks for another inpatient round of chemo and then start the whole process over again every 3 weeks or so. She might be here next week, but we'll see how she's feeling.
Mhm.
She's feeling pretty good today though. So yeah. Compared it a lot to her first trimester pregnancy.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, those always hit her real hard.
Yeah. So
Well,
I'll be here for a while tonight.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it, and our hearts and thoughts and everything are with you guys. And yeah, it's no problem. Just week to week, day to day, whatever you guys need, and we're pretty close by. So please, if you need anything, let us know.
We'll do our best to keep Celeste warm and alive for her.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Thanks.
And
Trying to
not
do
a
that.
mushroom person.
I'm not a mushroom person. If we can help it.
Between the two of y'all, you'll have the most horrific transformations, I think, actually. One of them
Yeah.
became a mushroom zombie, and the other one is now a four-armed
it.
insect person. So,
Yep.
Yeah, even through the ringer in D&D. All right. Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. Which, also, for those of you who just watch all these in a row, we were all actually off last week. So,
Mhm.
we're all kind of having to it was Thanksgiving holiday. So, we are getting back into the swing of things. So, give us a moment to reacclimate to
The week of
D&D-ness.
illness.
Yeah.
Screw last week.
Yeah, November's a cursed month. I've been saying that for years.
It is 100%.
Previously on
Screw you,
Icewind Dale,
November.
Rime of the Frostmaiden. My sister's horse died. That's something that fucking happened too. That's
Prince?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
That was a big drama with my family.
Sucks.
So yeah,
Yeah. I had to drive and be with her for hours.
yeah.
The Friday before
she had that horse
Thanksgiving
for
week.
20 years, I think, or something. What was it?
21 years. She had him for 21 years.
21
He was
years.
25 years old.
Yeah,
That's pretty old for a horse, right?
He was getting to the point where he would be considered an old man. Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think getting to 30s, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he had some health
Shows by
problems
now.
before, so. Previously on Icewind Dale, right now that we're all pumped up and ready, I need to get somebody to come out and warm up the audience now again.
Where's my cat? I need to hug my cat.
Right here.
In the depths of Grimskala, 2 trials remained between the party and the artifact they sought. For the test of endurance, Frey endured frigid waters for what seemed like hours to earn her snowflake, while Edmund was transported to a Reghed nomad camp ready to butcher their elderly for food in desperate times. He didn't even hesitate, earning his snowflake for the test of cruelty. With 4 tests completed, the party ready to open the vault, but first they wanted to check out a northern passage leading to the tomb of the Frost Giant Queen. After defeating a pair of Frost Giant skeletons, they combined their skills and ingenuity to swipe a magic crown from a magically entombed corpse in the ice, which, remind me, we still have to identify that crown. Returning to the central room, they placed their snowflakes into the indentions, and the vault door melted
That
away.
says crown.
Chris's sticky
Oh,
notes.
look at you. Look at you.
I'm
Damn
prepared.
sticky notes.
Returning to the central room, they placed their snowflakes into the indentions. I should just give him a fucking bundle of sticky notes for Christmas.
I've got the one I wrote what my level up stuff on. I've got the one I
Oh,
wrote crown
shit.
on. I've got a work one sitting here. I've got
Oh.
post-it notes everywhere, man.
All right, maybe it's the man
Chris,
who's
you
got
should
it
really
all.
get the giant lined
yeah,
sticky
just
notes.
just a big
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get to the next
these-
level.
these are amazing. Also, the 12 by 12 inch ones, those are great.
Returning to the central room, they placed their snowflakes into the indentions and the vault door melted away. The room beyond held tablets explaining the importance of the trials, but the next room held the prize, the Codicil of White, the holy book of the Frostmaiden. Keeping a healthy distance from it, the party debated on how to approach the book, while Nass and Valish yelled for them to hurry. Frey stepped into a final back room, accidentally setting off a final test. words asked if she would court death to receive the blessing of the Frostmaiden. She accepted
Duh.
and survived the flash freeze that threatened to turn her into a phrasicle. She was rewarded with the blessing of the Frostmaiden and brazenly grabbed the book from its altar. The winds picked up and the temperatures plummeted. The Frostmaiden cometh. Nas tried to use a spell to force the party to give them the book, but it failed. With little time to react, snow golems and ice elementals began forming out of the walls and ground. Nas could teleport them out, but the party demands that they come with, and they're not giving up the book. As she weaves a powerful spell, the rest of the party defended against waves of the Frostmaiden's forces. Just as the spell completed, Auril herself appeared, speaking directly into Frey's mind, warning her of a dangerous power lurking in the Lost City, one that's recently been activated, and tasked her with preventing the coming apocalypse. Just as another wave of enemies crashed into them, the party was whisked away, the island of Solstice.
Yeah, Reese, I may or may not be a double agent for the Frostmaiden now.
Oh, good. That's what I was hoping to hear on this episode.
Double agent.
Secret
I mean, we're
agent,
also
Frey,
allied with
secret-
people who are definitely going to try to kill us again at some point, right? So
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
we're in good space.
Yeah, it's a tenuous
We did
alliance,
all
I
good
suppose.
things. All good things.
There we go. All right.
But we stole a book from a goddess, so
Yeah,
you know,
that was
there's
something
a
that
silver
happened.
lining.
Did we steal it? Because I'm the one who has the book,
I guess it's true. Technically,
and I'm
we
like
stole
her
it, but then she
acolyte.
seemed like, yeah, okay, yeah. It's unclear.
Yeah,
It's like
she
most
allowed
things.
us to leave with it.
Your vision blurs and stomach heaves as your body is violently jerked through space or landing in a hard pile of snow outdoors. You look up and you see the Reghed Glacier looming nearby, rising hundreds of feet into the sky. Scarred frost druid holding an orb, which, as you recall, Ness, Lantimir vacated the body of Valen and entered a frost druid. Holding the orb collapses and Valish Gaunt rushes to her side. And she says, "This body's too weak," she gasps. And he nods and calls out, "Taking some shelter and rest is next on our agenda, yes?"
Sure, of course. Yes, we could use it as well.
Doesn't Edmund have Liamon's tiny hut?
He does, and it looks like this would be
Oh.
a good opportunity for it, because you guys are just out in the middle of the friggin', not in the middle of the tundra, you're next to a giant glacier, but that's of little comfort for you.
Doesn't
Surely,
necessarily mean we have to
surely
let
one of
them in.
one of our wizard friends, our two new allies. Surely one of them also has Liamon's tiny hut, right? Like they're not gonna.
Valen actually does, but
ours.
she is still unconscious at the moment, so, but you imagine after she has a rest, then she could provide those services.
Oh, okay. I meant the two ones who were gonna try to kill us at some point.
Yeah, Valish Gaunt and
I don't really want to let them into our tiny hut.
they can figure out their own thing.
That's fair, yeah. He whispers at Nas, and she kind of nods, and they come up with a solution that they can come up with their separate hut from you guys.
I mean, this solves a good problem that we were gonna have, which was I don't want to sleep around them.
Yeah, that's true. True. But yes, you all are able to level up and long rest after what was one of your most arduous adventuring days, I believe, that started with a white dragon crashing your nautiloid into the glacier and just kind of kept going from there. It has been quite the level, but you all can enjoy perks of a level up. Do you have tokens on this map? Do I need to drag your tokens on here?
Yeah, they're on the side.
Oh, way the hell on the left
Oh,
side.
they're on the
Okay,
left
yeah.
side. Sorry, yeah. You guys are way on the right side, but yeah. Yep, so you can, I don't know if you should do the long rest button first or do the level up first. I don't remember what is...
Probably
Long
go.
rest, probably.
Long rest button, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get all our resources back. I can do Celeste, but I don't know if I have Edmonds.
You get to level 12.
Ooh.
I do have Edmonds.
And just now entering the end game, basically.
Mm.
Oh my god, I love Dimnix's idea. Liamon's tiny Pizza Hut.
Ooh.
Just a Pizza Hut.
It's the same spell, but it maybe just has,
Pizzery goodness.
yeah,
Pizza.
a brick oven And
I haven't been inside of a Pizza Hut since Rockwall, you guys. I don't know what the inside of a Pizza Hut looks like these days.
they
but
used
I
to be
remember
really
being-
quaint, and then they got really sad, and now I'm not sure what they look like.
I just remember it being the like darkest fast food place. It was like brown wood and dark red.
That
And it
was when you could still like do dine in at Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
You had a
exactly.
And the
heater,
buffet
Yes,
Yeah.
the buffet. Yeah, that
lunch
was
buffet.
and the
It's
giant
long time.
Pac-Man thing.
Yeah. It's just a counter now.
Oh,
Go
really?
Order
You just-
pizza. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
perfect.
There was a weird transition where it like had restaurant seating in there for a second, but like nobody was like eating in there, and you would just go up to the counter. Yeah, there was. It got weird at some point, but I remember it was a really cool place to use to go. Yeah, because they had like arcade stuff, and it was just a cool like sit down place.
It was the classier CC's.
We sure was.
Yeah, that's
CC's was like a cafeteria. I remember
Yeah.
that building too.
where else are you gonna get taco pizza?
I remember exactly where that was. It was like across the parking lot from like a family video rental.
Yep.
Where were you
God.
when you went to CC's Pizza?
God, what was that? It was
Video Village.
video. Yes.
Video
Yes.
Village. We're so
Amanda
fucking
worked
old.
there.
Stop it.
Yes.
Any VHS.
Man, Video Village was very brown too. What was with brown like themed colors when we were kids?
I hold over from the 80s, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hashtag
70s?
Rockwall.
Let's start with
Anyway,
yeah.
Oh,
So for
Squirrel.
leveling up purposes, I'll start with Thimbleweed.
all right.
Only about level 12.
Level 12, not much happens. I get to, for me, because I'm going to stick with Ranger, because of course I will. I get an ability score improvement. So I'll
Hmm.
be upping let's up my wisdom.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's
Roll for
your average?
HP. That's
Mhm.
exactly average, so I'll keep
Yeah.
that.
Wisdom, is that for better spells?
Yeah. So hopefully some of my spells and also my swarm, I think, improves that because it has a spell save DC to it.
Oh,
right.
yeah. So what is your wisdom now?
It will be
the buff.
a
two buff, right?
16, I believe, because
Okay.
when you think of Thimbleweed, you think of wisdom.
That's right. So wise,
Ranger's tough,
Yeah.
man. You got a lot of stats you need.
right?
Yeah. Sort of like a bard, jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a 16, which will bring it in line with my constitution. So
All right.
I will keep all my same spells and just be slightly more wise. Lots happened to Thimbleweed recently.
Yeah, he's gone through some changes, right?
Yeah, he's gone through some stuff. So that brings my hit point total to a best in class 118.
For
Wow.
No one
right
else.
now. Yeah.
No one else is a ranger, right?
Yeah.
Sounds deep.
So yeah, that is the best of the ranger class we have.
Yeah. I have the highest.
One out of one
HP.
rangers agree.
Yes, and that's my level up.
All right, Frey.
That's me.
About
Currently coughing.
well, yeah.
That Claritin's finally kicking in. Level 12. I also get an ability score improvement.
Imagine that.
I know. It's like it's fate.
Is it my toe?
I was about to say, did you just kick something?
Yes,
We can hear it from here.
I deserve that.
And I also get another rage. So now I have 5 rages.
Wow.
Jeez.
And I will still use them like I'm stingy with them.
I mean, it
Drives
served you
Eric
well
nuts.
during the last excursion because you had a lot of encounters. You really had to think about like which ones am I gonna rage in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think you had your last rage in that last encounter too, so it worked out pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So roll for the sweet hit points.
Wait, so what was your? Or are we still doing that? Is
that
hit
was
point
bad.
first?
Yeah. How did I get a 1?
You rolled a
Oh,
1.
there is still a 1 on that dice, unfortunately.
All right. Take the average. That's dumb. And then for my ability score improvement, see here, where does it allow me to do that? Aha, right here. I'm going to up my constitution and make it that much damn harder for Eric
Dear
to try to kill me.
God.
Oh wow.
Because that was your weakness. It was just so easy to kill you.
It's just in the back, just pumping. Like, more.
Gotta pump that iron. Which
Good
brings
Lord.
my con up to a 20.
What?
It was an 18.
The highest a human can get naturally.
Yeah, she's not a human, but yeah, I think
Oh, right.
the highest
Yeah,
anybody can
anybody,
get.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that maxes out the con score there.
Yep.
So gotta get those
Hey.
sweet hit points.
You got to get tough now.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Pile it on.
Throw the tough
Pile it
on.
So I'm going from 147 hit points to a whopping 170 hit points.
God. Oh my God. You're a boss monster at that point, just like by yourself.
Dear Lord.
That is terrible. And then she like adds resistance onto that.
Yeah.
Mhm. And my armor class is apparently now 17.
Which is pretty high for a barbarian.
That's
I think.
respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's right, because your AC I think is actually tied partially to your con, isn't it? For unarmored.
think so,
defense?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Unarmored defense is my
Goodness.
armor class is 10 plus my dexterity modifier plus my constitution modifier.
Ah.
Yep.
Which this is one of the more lower AC parties we've ever had. I think we don't have like
Yeah.
Reese's character up there with like a 20, AC or something. Like we usually have like one like tank. Like,
We do now.
well, you do. That's true. Yeah. If we
We
finally
have
got to
Reese's
that
character.
point, that's true. With that shield, I think puts you over the edge.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a 21 now.
All right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just remember like from the previous games, you do have like a 21 AC character from like the very beginning or something. We had like
Yeah.
a signature tank
Yes.
character. And
Yeah. That's true.
I dare the DM to take all my hit points now.
I mean, at that point, it's just better for me
170
to
plus
stun
the-
you versus try to kill you.
Plus the 15 that Chris gives me every long
Oh
rest.
yeah, y'all
Right.
remember to get your temp hit points from the rest
Yes.
too, whatever Chris's ability
Nice.
is.
How much? 15?
15. Still 15, yeah.
I dare you to try and kill me now.
Valravn. Chris, tell us about Valravn's level 12. Are you also getting the ASI, or will we see a feat tonight?
Well, Robin is in fact taking a feat.
Oh.
He likes to. I considered for a long time. I had some trouble with this one. I considered taking some con. Considered taking some dex to get my AC up one by one.
Oh.
And improve my saving throws.
It's getting very exciting.
It
But in
is.
the end, I decided that I like walking on the razor's edge with this character and being close to death at every moment.
Min-max it, baby.
That's right. All the way. So instead, he has good.
Shout out to
Make
Brandon.
sure-
Shout out to Brandon in our Patreon D&D game, by the way, who has like a 6 con. Talk about Razor's Edge.
Yeah. Make sure the min is my constitution, though.
Exactly.
Always close to death.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
I also considered a couple different feats, but the one I landed on was Metamagic Adept. I'm going.
You
to
need another
couple-
spell? Is that the one?
No, those give me ways to adjust my spells.
Oh, this is the sorcerer.
Oh,
okay.
you're
Sorcerer.
taking
This is
meta
this is the
magic.
soft sorcerer
Yes.
multiclass. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm
Meta
taking
magic
two-
is great as hell.
I'm taking 2 of them. One of them which just solves a problem we have. I'm taking Careful Spell, which will allow me to give
Not hit
give
the
out mass
barbarian.
headaches without
Yeah.
debilitating my own party.
Okay.
And Twinned Spell, which will allow me to double up a level 1 spell. I only get 2 of those per day, so I'll probably just do 2 mass headaches. It's probably what I'll do with it, but yeah. And then I'm also going to change out my level 6 spell because last level I never did use Mass Suggestion. It's which we should talk about this in the chat, but I felt bad about Mass Suggestion because like if I ever got a chance to use it properly, it would just be like just to cancel a fight that you planned. I always
Yeah.
felt bad about that. Like if he just has a fight plan and I just cancel it, I don't know. That feels kind of shitty.
It is. Yeah, it's an interesting issue to get to. Is there a restriction on like it has to be like humanoid or anything, or is this literally anything like
There
in
is. It's
here?
yeah, it's humanoid. It's humanoid. Yeah.
Is it humanoid? Okay.
Yeah, but it's up to 12.
Wow.
So it's like if it is a fight with, or I'm not sure if it's humanoid or people who can understand you.
That's
Actually,
what. Yeah,
I'm
that's
not-
what I was gonna ask. Is because that's a big difference.
Yeah, I don't remember. But instead, I decided to take I Bite, which I'm not sure how I'm gonna flavor it yet. Just Valravn becomes so fearsome in appearance.
Wow.
That, he starts like magically putting people to sleep or sickening them with his image. That sort of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, let me roll for my hit points. Wow, that sucked.
Ah,
I'll take that average.
Yeah. No above average rolls.
Nope. Building your character.
could I have used lucky on my hit dice roll and re-rolled
I
it?
don't think so.
Ha! Yeah, it's not a d20.
Also, I already give you guys the ability to like, take the average. So
Make sure that one worked.
Yeah, but I could have gotten 14 more hit points.
yes, you could have.
It's another paragraph, but
Indeed. I didn't realize this was a versatile spell like that.
yeah, I Bite is something you turn on yourself, and you can do a thing every turn.
Okay. What a weirdly named spell.
Yes, it's a very weirdly named. I'll flavor it somehow.
Yeah.
But you can put someone to sleep each turn, or panic someone each turn, which is like the fear spell, or you can sicken someone, which gives them like disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is my level.
What
12.
is your total HPs?
Oh, do I have to embarrass myself this way?
Yes.
course.
It's not.
I'd
It's
love to hear
not quite. It's not quite half of our barbarians.
Really?
It's a little more than half.
Okay.
Ah.
I am sitting on a mighty 90
Okay.
HP.
Wow.
I need at least one person to feel better than. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Has she ever quite doubled you? I don't. This would have been her
I don't
best
think that's
opportunity,
close.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
so much.
I think
HP.
It
I think
is.
that was a joke like a few levels ago. Was that eventually
Right. That's what we were thinking. But
based on
you're-
just
yeah, I thought with that last one that she might hit it. Oh,
Yeah.
Raymond with the fucking
I
amazing
mean,
timing.
she's how she's like 6 off. Would you come up with
170, I think.
70.
You're
So
10
I'm
off.
10 off, yeah.
You're 10 hit points away from lapping me.
There's my Benny Boo.
Ray, you have phenomenal timing. We just got done discussing some level ups. There's that baby.
His level up is baby.
Yeah,
Hmm.
He gains a baby.
you gained another respawn.
Player 4 has entered the chat.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. Crack open the book. Tell us. God damn it. He's like 12, eh? Let me see what I get.
Hey, what happens at 12? Okay.
It should be an easy level. It's an ASI level. So you can either improve your...
There is nothing easy about Raymond's character. Let's
That's
be
kinda
honest
true.
here.
Yeah, he makes his own fucking magic items over there.
ASI is that age, sex, inclination.
Yes.
Inclination.
Aged sex inclination. Is that like being attracted to old people? Is that?
DTF?
Exactly.
Yes, I'm up. Got another child here.
Emma.
I see.
Hi, one.
Oh,
Hi.
Group wave.
Present us your children.
Yes. Present unto the world.
One just comes right in the frame from the bottom.
Yep.
That's
Emma
fantastic.
Bear and Benny Boo.
You can sleep in our house.
Nobody sleeps here.
No.
only Zool.
Yeah. Oh, she's so happy about it, too.
Mhm.
Yeah. She got a big old smile. Hi, Emma. Hi.
Say hi.
Just wait. Wait.
Stall for dad. He's still looking up his level 12.
Keep stalling. Keep stalling.
I know exactly what you're doing, you asshole. Look at my cute children.
Just calling the family as a ringer. Family, run interference.
I need you to get in here.
Good night, Emma. Say good night to everybody.
Good night.
She said it quietly.
Yeah.
Oh, is she in that clingy stage?
No, she's shy to everybody.
Clingy stage
Yeah.
that lasts for 8 years.
Yeah, oh god.
She wants us to be both present to go to sleep, which
Fantastic.
seems very difficult.
Ah, that's
Okay.
Lasts for 8 years.
then it's
Fantastic.
Maybe
then
exchange.
it's smooth sailing after that.
Honey.
That's what I hear.
Smooth sailing.
wait,
Baby
trade children.
exchange. All right.
Yeah.
Honey, it lasts more than 8 years because, Cal.
Yeah. She
We're,
can
All
say
we're
right.
at almost 11, so.
Let's see. Let me pull up my character here, Mr. Edmund.
Mr. Edmund, tell us about level 12.
Up the character mancer. All right, launch.
Level 12 does that grant you the ability to give more Charlotte arrows to people?
Inquiring minds. want to
I mean,
know.
I just make them. But yeah, I can cross. Yeah, I can cross them during this long rest.
I've had these 50 just sitting in my pocket.
I've been out for a while now.
Let's see. So what's my hit
Price
points
just went
at?
up.
I'm at 84 right now. So let's do the character-
184
84. Let's do the character mancer. So
plus 100 hit points.
Ask
Imagine
Heather.
that.
Ask Heather how
Let's-
much hit points she has now.
Let's see what happens. How many hit points do you have, Heather? 200?
170.
All right. Roll and let's do the average.
She upped her
That's
con.
wow, how many?
Three
Three
of y'all rolled a 1 on this.
And won the average.
And
Won
won
the
the average.
average.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a
That's so
great
terrible.
night.
It's not
Yeah.
been a great night for hit point rolls.
All right. So that brings me up to 91.
Oh.
What?
You just got
Sitting at
over
90.
far off.
I've got 90, so you're not the lowest.
That's the
All
goal.
right. One higher. Ability score increase. Of course, Edmund's gonna get smarter, increasing his intelligence, so that I can have more flashy
Hey,
geniuses.
Surprised? Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't already. What is it now?
It had to
it'll
be
go
18
to
before
20.
because he was adding 4. That's the only reason I remember
okay.
because all the Flash of Geniuses was always adding 4. So that's
That's
now,
it.
now it'll add a 5.
That's all. That's all your spell saves, all your
Yeah.
spell attacks. That's your Flash Genius. Yeah, that's an easy one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's do more intelligence +2. All right. Excellent. Excellent. And then with the artificer, the number of spells you know is dependent on your level. So again, it's intelligence modifier plus half level rounded down. So my modifier goes up by 1, and I also get another one by leveling up.
Nice.
So I learned 2 new spells. I still have the same number of spell slots though. 4, 3, and 3. And my number of cantrips is still the same. So I just have to pick 2 new spells to learn.
Mm.
Oh, and then see if anything else. Yeah, that's about it. Obviously, I haven't picked the spells yet.
All right, yeah, I was gonna ask. Well, we'll figure that out in post.
I think it's better this way because then Eric doesn't know what's coming.
I mean, yeah, Raymond likes to surprise us with spells anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like,
He's done that before with like battle maneuvers as well. It's like, and I'm gonna take this one, but I'm gonna tell you what it is yet. All right, and don't forget, Ray, you get your 15 temp hit points from
Oh, nice. Thank
Robin's
you.
thingy.
hmm I already put it in the little whatever section.
Okay. Do we want to try to level up Celeste, or would you prefer that we try and leave that for next time?
We can move it for next time.
Can somebody long rest her? Does somebody have access to her
Mhm.
sheet? Okay,
I did. Yeah.
excellent.
Oh, you wanted me to craft some arrows for you?
Of course, always.
Yeah, he's not done yet, hon. He's still got a whole bunch of shit he's got to do.
This is the long rest. This is where Edmund takes all his turns.
Yeah, you got to make your potions and stuff. Yeah.
I get to make my potions. But I don't remember how to make arrows. I gotta look that up again. But my
Take a stick,
Find a
Add-
pointy end.
shardle into it, wrap it around.
So I got 2
done.
potions of resilience, apparently.
Put feathers on both ends
Mm-hmm.
for
For
light
weight distribution.
maneuverability. Yep. That.
let me see. I have to roll something. Let me see.
You do. You
The
just don't have the right
arrow-
license.
No,
Crafting. Where's craft?
aerodynamics is a hard license to get.
Shardlin.
The fees are just crazy.
Right? Isn't there a page on crafting?
And you have to go through customs first, and then talk to engineering. And
I mean, yeah. How hard is it to get
all
Five
right,
to
so-
six people.
engineering just
Tinker,
really hates
tinker tool
customs.
using intelligence. I can make 5
These are
arrows.
CT Pat certified. It's just not going to go well.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And 2 checks can be made during a long rest. So 25 looks pretty good.
That looks great.
Wow.
And that gives you 5 arrows. And
That's
then
as good as 25.
what's that? Oh, if
That's
only.
great. Thank you.
Let me do another one. Wow, really?
Really.
I needed 15 to do that.
Oh, wow. You had to roll really bad.
I
You
did
rolled
roll.
four.
really
Roll a
bad.
4.
Well, you only get 5 arrows.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Maybe next time I'll make more.
Maybe.
Maybe if I'm good enough.
You'll see. You all also have a crown to identify.
Yeah.
I don't know who is actually in possession of it, but you can identify it, and then if you want to choose if you want to attune to it or not.
Yeah.
'cause
I think I grabbed it, but I mean, yeah, we'll figure out what it does first.
So as a reminder, this is the crown that you swiped from the frost giant corpse that was in the glacier. You all had to like come up with a MacGyver scheme to even swipe because of the constant freezing, to try and re-encase it. And is named after the frost giant queen, Vasaviken. Vasaviken's crown is a wondrous item, requires attunement. The crown has 6 different gems embedded in each of its prongs. Each gem is a different color. As a bonus action, a player can touch one of the gems to gain its bonus and lose the previous bonus if applicable. The bonus lasts until another gem is activated. Only one bonus can ever be active at a time. And you can touch any one of the 6 kind of gems to up a different attribute by 2 to a maximum of 20.
Right. So say that last part again.
You can touch any of the gems, as this is the bonus action, to increase any of your attributes by 2 up to a maximum of 20.
Oh, okay.
You touch the onyx gem and your strength score increased by 2. Ruby, your con score increases by 2, etc. Now, as soon as you touch one, the previous one turns off if it was on. So you only get to have one of them on at a time. And it does have a max. It won't increase it beyond 20.
Oh, and it's constant, huh?
But it is constant, yeah.
Wow.
Just a constant, yeah. Now, it does take an attunement
Interesting.
slot, but yeah, essentially you can
But it's a constant plus
attune an
2.
item to just boost a stat. And this is this is coming right after a lot of you like bumped up your stats too.
Yeah.
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 Who has a crown right now?
Oh, Robin.
I think I think I'm holding it, but I mean, whoever needs it the most.
Do we need to go over attunement slots for everybody? Or do you all recall?
I wrote mine down, but
Yeah. Well, Robin, you've got the Frost Fur Cloak, the Chardalyn Gauntlet, and the Wand of Binding.
Mm-hmm.
Bray has the Runic Axe, the Ring of Warmth, which you no longer need.
No, I got rid of that to have my belt of giant strength.
Well, I've got Runic Axe, Ring of Warmth, and Belt of Frost Giant Strength. I don't know what other... You might be just down to 2 then?
Oh, I got rid of the Vindrune boots.
Oh, yeah, you could reattune to those if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do that and get
Okay.
rid of the ring because
Yeah. And
I'm
if somebody else
impervious
wants the Ring
cold.
of Warmth, that's technically because she's immune to frost damage now with her blessing. By the way, you all see Frey with fucking glowing blue eyes, like you have all of the enemy Frostmaiden forces you've been fighting ever since she emerged from that back room and had experienced something, and then before she even grabbed the book, she had like the fucking glowing blue eyes.
Why didn't we immediately attack her?
That's a good question.
It was a lot of things going on at that moment, I think. In fact, I don't think you all had a chance to even discuss this yet, because she came out of that room, of which you don't see what had happened. The door closed behind her. She emerged with the glowing blue eyes. She grabbed the book. And then the whole Frostmaiden forces started coming, and it was just a big action sequence. And only now that you have teleported out of there and long rested, now you've got a chance to go over that.
Yeah.
Celeste has the Helm of Telepathy, Speary 3000, and Bracers of Defense. Edmund has a Ring of Spell Storing, the Prototype Arm, his Winged Boots, and a Wand of the War Mage. Thimbleweed has the Puwafi Cloak, the White Dragon Scale Shield, and the Vigilance Sword.
I think my thing with the crown is that I'm too lazy to try to remember what I'm increasing and moving around. I am willing to take it though. I find that this Ring of Spell Storing I have not used at all.
I've
since I
noticed
got
that,
it.
yeah.
That's fine.
Did you want it?
You're under no obligation to sit there and change things constantly. I mean, if you wanted to treat this as a, hey, I'm just going to boost this one stat and just leave it on forever, Crown doesn't give a shit.
Right, I know.
I like all my items pretty good, so yeah.
Now, will people respect me better with a crown on my head?
It's a pretty ostentatious crown. This was worn by a frost giant queen, obviously with magic items. They all shrink to fit the user or the attuned person.
Will they call me king now?
But yeah, it looks like a wraparound. What's that style of crown where it's just this? I guess a circlet, but it's got these gnarly looking kind of spiky prongs. 6 of them, and within each one rests a good size like gem that looks very nice. You know, the giant onyx, giant ruby, emerald, and then one of them would be softly glowing, whichever one is activated.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
We'll either respect him more or less because he's wearing a goth girl crown.
It could complete the
a
ensemble.
hot topic tiara.
I feel like Thimbleweed and Celeste would respect you more, but Frey would respect you less. I'm not sure about the other guy.
Yeah.
Let me replace my Ring of Spell Storing with the Vasaviken's crown.
Okay. And I don't know how you want to do that on your character sheet. That's up to you. I will ask you, please just remember what your original stat is somehow,
Sticky notes.
somewhere. Yeah, sticky notes if that's your method.
Basically,
It works great with kids.
Well, there may be. I don't know how the character sheets work as well, but there may be a way to magically modify with a magic item versus changing your base stat.
look into it, but I will probably have to pull a Chris and like on paper have all the stats written down and just like, present the one on top as the one I'm using.
Yeah.
And just mentally add a +1 to everything I roll related to that.
Oh, well, I mean, I still want to put in your
sheet. If you use
sheet.
your character sheet, Raymond, you can just go into bio, and there's like a little notes thing. You can just type in, dexterity is this, crown plus this, and then that way you'll always know which one you did.
And I've got digital copies of all of your character sheets at every level.
How about this? If I go to the gear, if you look right there, top middle, there's a strength +0, dexterity +0.
There is, yeah.
Maybe
you could just
just
add a modifier
that way
to
you
that.
know which one you've got at any given time.
Well, it would be just +1, right?
Assuming you're going from
even.
Yeah, it would always be a +1, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Right. It would be +1 though, because I'm taking that into account, right?
Right.
Yeah, not +2.
Any stat that goes up by 2, you'd be upping your modifier by 1, correct?
Oh, is this the modifier or the bonus?
Well, the score increases, but then the modifier increases by 1.
Correct.
Yeah.
The score increases by 2, but the modifier would increase by 1 because you'd always go up to the next threshold.
Okay, I thought for some reason I thought the gear thing was adding your score, not the modifier, but could be.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can also add it to the
figure it out
save
pretty
down there
quick.
as well too.
So
just below that, Raymond, is the save, so you could add it to the save as well, so that way it adjusts your save score.
I think if you do attribute, it'll do everything.
which stat were you wanting to do for the curious
Here.
among us?
Let me practice. So let's
Yeah, give it a
see.
shot, see what happens.
So basically,
crown
a
for
dex
test, right?
save is a +2 right now. So if I go to attribute and do a +1, and I roll that again, now it's a +3.
Do the save though.
What's that?
Make sure you check the save, the save one up as well too.
Yeah, that was it. That was a dexterity save.
Okay.
Oh,
And I only changed the attribute on top.
okay.
And then my thorn whip.
What's it supposed to be?
I don't think that'll change if you up your dex, right?
Let me see.
Or
Let
will
me
it?
change it back to 0.
Because I think
right.
Thorn Whip goes off your
Oh,
intelligence.
it's a spell attack. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a spell attack. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
If you're upping your dex,
Um,
check to see if your AC went up,
What's that?
right? Because wouldn't your AC go up if you're up your dex? I guess it depends on the armor you're wearing.
Oh.
And
Oh, yeah, it did go up.
And your initiative, I believe, would go up as well.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Dex is a good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. That's a good way to do it.
Right. So that means my AC would be 18 right now. Nice.
Jeez.
Wow.
I have
For the-
one from something I infused and one from my prototype arm.
Nice. Did anybody want the
Ring of Warmth?
Yeah, the Ring of Warmth,
Oh.
I guess. That's been
And
rated around.
sorry to keep saying something, but
Yeah.
when I change that, if I look at my numbers on the left, it's blue for the temporary number, and when I hover over, it changes back to the original.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
pretty slick.
Oh, so you can see that it's being juked.
Yeah, they made it obvious that it's like it's modified somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Nice.
works.
Thank you
I
for
don't.
the
I don't want your ring of warmth because I got a cloak, but I would like your ring of spell storage.
Oh,
if
yeah.
not doing
Yeah, you
anything
can have
with
that.
it.
Let's spend a second to redistribute all
Yeah,
the
let's just pass things around.
communists.
I think it has mirror image still, and one of your. I think you put a headache spell in there too.
That's level 5 spells. I doubt it. But
Oh wait. Oh, well, I don't know. Mirror, and then we were talking about putting something else into it. Something level 3, I guess.
I don't know.
Oh, haste. I was gonna put haste into it.
Okay.
So now it has mirror image and haste.
Okay. I will.
So you can do drugs
detune-
too.
I can do drugs too. Haste mirror image. Nice. I get 2.
What are you replacing?
Artificer spells. I'll replace the Shardling Gauntlet.
Oh, wow, okay.
We've outclassed. I remember asking you about this, and you're like, "This isn't supposed to level up like Warlock
Yeah.
spells." And I'm realizing like now we're at the point where the Warlock spell would be like 3 blasts.
Okay.
But, all right, we're outclassing the
Yeah.
item now. So yeah, I'll replace the Shardling Gauntlet with the Ring of Spell Storing.
Ready.
I'm just giving myself more things to track.
So you guys enjoy a long rest after a very arduous, I guess it was just a day, good lord. But a very arduous day. And Valin returns to consciousness, fully healed and restored after that, and she is
It's B-tide.
she's pretty upset about everything that happened, and she does have some memory of the possession, but it's very like it's like trying to remember an old memory, like an old event. Like it's just it's not like a recent event for her. It's all very foggy. But she knows that she was possessed by Ness Lantamir, and she is incredibly pissed off at this, but she's also grateful. She thanks you all as she comes through, and I'm not quite sure what all happened or what she or I did, but I do know you're the first ones I saw when I came back to myself. I don't say this very often to anyone, but thank you.
Of course, dear. You've helped us enough times. It is only fair we return the favor.
I hope you have some sort of plan for dealing with them now.
That's a great question.
Frey just smirks behind her.
While we were in the temple of the Frostmaiden, we were simply concerned with survival in the moment, and of course, they seem to believe that this book we've procured can somehow end the endless night. And that is, after all, our end goal here. So until they divulge the method by which we may do so, we are in a place of aiding them, I believe. Or at least traveling with them.
Like, I was privy to NASA's thoughts as she was my own.
Well, that's handy.
And I saw a great hunger for knowledge and power. Now, you must understand, most of us wizards are, of course, quite power-hungry and desperate for more knowledge and lost treasures, but this was certainly a dangerous, almost supernatural obsession. Whatever happened to her, it seems to be linked inexorably to this city beneath the ice. Now, I will admit, of course, I have certainly some interest. I don't disagree that it would be the find of our lifetimes. And certainly the first ones in there would be able to claim whatever rights and powers that lie beneath. Or, of course, fall into whatever dangers lurk there. I also don't want to see the Dale be choked to death by this night. Can't say I'm too fond of the region, but for what we witnessed with the dragon's destruction, I think these people have seen enough death and terror to last several lifetimes. Is anyone concerned that she kind of brings her voice low, or halfling friends looks like one of those Frostmaiden puppets?
You know I can heal you, right?
Yes, we're in a tiny hut. It's not Leoman's expansive mansion, is it? I have to go to Mordenkainen for that one.
Privacy rooms.
Yeah.
That is a good question. At the time, we use it to our advantage to,
Also-
I assume, they
Also,
can't hear us, right?
I don't think you had a bug person before. Correct me if I'm wrong. A lot has happened since I last saw all of you. The last thing I saw, I believe, was, your gnome friend had some creature ripped out of him and lay dying on the floor. That was last I saw. I do hope he's okay.
Well, that's him.
Oh, good lord.
So, okay in a way. But would you like to reintroduce yourself?
Pedipalps undulating.
I am Thimbleby.
Oh, she clutches her head. The mind speak. That's fantastic. It's not creepy at all.
It is delicious.
A lot has happened since we last spoke, yes.
You folks have, again, I'm grateful for the rescue that you performed, and you're certainly earned your rights to these treasures and saviors and heroes, or whatever you're in it for.
Yes. Our end goal, I believe, is certainly the respite from this never-ending darkness here. But if, in order to achieve that, we give a few wizards some access to some ancient cities, I'm not necessarily opposed to it. Our only fear, I believe, is that those two will attempt to take this from us. And he'll motion to the book that phrase. Well, I don't even know phrase presenting the book, but yeah.
Yeah.
Arl's Book of Magic, which we used the new appearance of our friend here to make sure that we held on to. but I do believe it is coveted by those two quite heavily.
It's entirely possible. Divine relics are certainly important. That would, I don't know what that one is capable of, and certainly I'm even more worried by the fact that it seems to have perhaps possessed or transformed one of your companions.
Ray, you're not going to murder us in the name of the Frostmaiden, are you?
Today.
Fantastic.
That's the best we can hope for her. Honestly.
Wait, Frey's possessed by the Frostmaiden?
Yeah. We live day
We
to
have
day
to
with
ask her
Frey
this
in
question
general.
every day, actually.
Yeah, every
just,
morning.
Just to check in
It's-
with her.
Is today the day?
The sun's getting real low.
She's honest, so we can trust that every day she says, not today,
Yeah.
we're all right.
Yeah. It's like normally I would expect that would be the end goal of their journey, but I think in this case that book may just be a means to an end. Although that means comes with an angry goddess breathing down our necks. Perhaps, and she nods to Frey, you are the reason that we are not currently being hunted by her.
Did. I didn't say this.
Yeah. Imagine it would not take her long to catch us. Have they told you anything about what this book is supposed to do? How does it get us to the glacier, or how it reverses the night?
Not at all. I don't suppose your access to Miss Lantimer's memories granted you any insight into that.
Between you and me, it sounds like this part of it was mostly theory crafting on their end.
That's the way it seemed like they were operating in the temple as well.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was that not an item that we were going to identify? Like, do we know what the properties of that book are yet, or is it just still mysterious?
Having it in your possession grants resistance to cold damage. Only Frey is probably aware of that, and Frey, obviously, your actual blessing of the Frostmaiden supersedes that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Frey, you do feel that as someone who's accepted the Frostmaiden as their personal lord and savior, if you could choose to attune to this book, and you feel like that is something that only worshippers of the Frostmaiden are capable of doing, and it may come with some extra properties. Otherwise, if you would like to look through it, you discover that it is written in increasingly archaic language, almost like if you like a Chaucer's Canterbury Tales or something, like just really weird old, English, kind of like you can still kind of futz it out, but it gets more tricky as you go back. And literally looks like early entries date back hundreds and hundreds of years into the past, describing the goddess as an icy statue that first appeared before those nearly frozen to death out in the tundra. And then rumors and legends kind of built up into superstitions and sightings. And then Arl eventually made herself known through an unflinching control of Icewind Dale, and those who pledged their lives to her were sometimes but not always spared their frozen fate. And the book mentions rituals and ceremonies for proper worship, including ritual sacrifices and offerings to appease the goddess. You also find a poem called The Rime of the Frostmaiden, which is labeled as an incantation with powerful properties when spoken by the faithful.
This whole time is just a dumb poem.
Yeah.
Title card.
Epilogue.
Rime was really the friends you made along the way.
That's exactly the joke I was trying to think of. I was like, how do I fit that into the
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Um,
I am going to go. Going to have a good night,
All right, man.
and probably see you guys next week.
All right. Lots of
Alrighty.
love
Forward to
for
it.
us.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment to switch.
Can't wait for our next battle.
Swap.
You got up your sleeves.
Lord. Oh, yeah, he's still got his spells he's got over there.
That's right. I can see his face. He's literally just read a spell and he's just like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Wait till the
fuck
DM
things
hears
up with
about
this?
this one. Dear Lord. I mean, I did bring this one myself, letting you guys level up to these insane levels where balance just starts becoming a face palm and a head shake.
Yep.
Well, I am gonna attune to the book.
Okay.
Oh, what are you gonna deattune to?
Yeah.
The boots.
Oh, yeah. The swapping thing. Yeah.
What were the boots attune did? I'm sorry. What
They
did
just let me
do?
have like a temporary flying speed. I could fly up to 20 feet, but then I
Yeah.
had to land again. 20
Okay.
feet of my movement could be used to like technically fly.
All right. Let me copy and paste real quick what you get. Those of you watching at home, this is custom. All right. With attuning to the Codicil of White, you gain the following. You are immune to the charmed and frightened conditions. You gain access to the Ray of Frost cantrip. Once per day, you can cast the following spells at 2nd level. Chromatic Orb, cold only, Frost Fingers, and Misty Step. Use Charisma as your spellcasting ability modifier. Also, as an action, you can have an icicle appear in your hand that you can throw onto an unoccupied space within 20 feet. The icicle transforms into an ice mephit. The creature takes its turn immediately after yours and obeys your commands. After using this ability, roll a d6. On a 1 to 4, you can't use this ability again until the next day. Additionally, while attuned to this artifact, you gain vulnerability to fire damage, and all non-magical flames are extinguished within 30 feet of you.
All right.
I'm good with that.
Wait, does Frey have dark vision?
No.
Okay. I thought, like, of all of us who have dark vision, I think Frey's the one who doesn't.
But where did you see dark vision?
No, I'm just the fact that there's no flames around.
Oh,
I guess
oh.
We'll have
So
to
you can't light a
find
torch.
Can't light torch, yeah.
She can only torch,
Yeah.
I thought
But,
she did. Oh,
I get-
she's got the
I get it
magic.
from my axe.
You've got the
yeah.
dark
Oh,
vision
your
spell
axe
you
does it.
activate,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, how are we doing that? Somebody's got to have light spell or something.
Yeah,
that's
she
how
pretty
we
much just has that permanently on, and then, yeah, I assume somebody's going to have a light spell. But, yeah, in terms of any flames around you, they're going to be extinguished just as you're walking around, just shoop, shoop.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
Good thing you didn't have a smoking habit.
Right.
Man, that would suck. Just, oh, damn it.
We're gonna have
Curse
to
you,
like make her
Frostmaiden.
like stay away from us at night though. If we ever like want to actually rest and start a
Yeah.
fire and
Yeah, she's immune to cold damage. She just literally does not feel cold.
you know,
Me-
Frey's probably fine with that. Just go burrow in the snow. And sleep there.
I know. I was gonna say all of us sitting by a campfire, huddled around. She's off to the side in the
Just
dark.
Jack Nicholsoning it up, just sitting in the fucking like ice growing on, just staring out.
Red
Just
rum.
saying
Red rum.
creepy. And by attuning to it, Frey, you instantly gain the knowledge that when you look up at this glacier, you see there's a frozen waterfall that cuts down like from as high as you can see all the way down, and you can almost see a weird shimmer to it. And you look at this poem and you sense a great power emanating from it, and you feel that the two are linked.
The poem and the waterfall?
Yes.
But the waterfall's outside of our hut, because we're all still in the hut, right?
You are still in the hut, yeah. This is kind of a little bit of distance away, but yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. With that, I mean, Y'all are not 100% certain Frey can read. She can read a little bit.
Right.
I mean, you ask her to read like a soliloquy, that's just not going to happen. But she can make out like every third word. It's fine. The easy words.
Yep.
And you just see her with the book. You're going like this, and 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 like this. And then she just starts walking towards the waterfall. You can come if you want.
Varavan will call out to our two. What are our two new friends doing right now? Like, are they? How did they survive the night?
Yeah, they've been in their hut and they come out
Okay.
looking a lot fresher and rejuvenated and a little bit anxious, but also they just have like a hunger and kind of a antsy pants look in their eyes, and they look and they just see like Frey exiting and walking towards the waterfall, and that almost startles both of them. And Naz says, "So I guess she's accepted the Frostmaiden then, so that's good. Frostmaiden won't be tracking us no more. But
I can still hear you.
yeah, right. I don't know if we can fully trust the Frostmaiden down there, though. She was clearly trying to hide something."
Well, that may be, but you wandered into the city, and as far as all of us are aware, where she is going is the only way in.
So as I get closer to the waterfall, I am going to start reading the rhyme of the Frostmaiden
By all means.
out loud. So, we bow to she who wears the crown, let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, her snow enshrouds the dead. Her fury sheds but frozen tears as gray clouds issue forth. Her wind across the wasteland shears, bringing blizzards from the north. Ice-kissed flowers caught mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tome, stilling in her cold embrace. All the world in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Behold her everlasting rhyme, see how it covers all. Weep not for those she traps in time behind her glacial wall. Sovereign of summer's lost, general of winter's war, long live the queen of cold and frost, may she reign forevermore.
And as you say those words, there's a great rumbling and from deep within the glacier, and the noise reaches a great crescendo, like a violent earthquake, except the ground beneath you is not shaking, just the wall of ice in front of you. And then you can see this great wall just part, like shifting in half as it splits this frozen waterfall down the middle. And through the crack, you can see an opening that leads inside the glacier.
I'll turn back and go, are y'all coming or what?
Frey, you can have a point of inspiration for reading off the rhyme.
Alvin is furiously transcribing the poem as she was reading it aloud. He's just okay, got it.
Yeah, and you see her eye, her eyes normally just that glowing blue were like really just like piercing, like frighteningly so, almost like blinding at one point, and then they kind of find as it finally, stops and like some bits of snow and ice fall, her eyes just return to their normal like glowing blue.
Ness is trying to talk to you the whole time. You're like, shut up, woman!
Yeah, I'm trying, I gotta get this down.
Frey does not talk out loud very often.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay. And this is just what, like a canyon we can enter?
It looks like it's a 100-foot high, 30-foot wide entrance into the glacier.
That's a canyon.
Achieved canyon status.
Yep. I mean, I guess the question is it open to the sky? Like the opening that the glacier, can we look up and see the sky, or is it like more like
a dome?
Cave? Yeah, like a dome, like a.
Yeah, I mean it's this huge opening that opens all the way up to the sky, but then you quickly realize that just like 20 feet deep, it immediately narrows into a very small tunnel. So
Oh,
this initial crack is like a very large kind of back of the waterfall thing that looks very impressive.
For like 20 feet.
Yeah, but then like as soon as you like and you can even see it, most of you have the dark vision on. You can see like when you just get like 20 feet in from this giant opening, then it narrows down into like a single like 5 foot wide tunnel.
Okay. So like the canyon, the wall itself was just sort of obscuring this entryway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it looked like it would have been impossible to get in through normal means. Like this was clearly some kind of very powerful.
We got a drill bot. We could have just left him there for a few weeks and let him do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, Nass and Valish say, I know, and Valish says, Ebba says, I think trust is going to be a issue for us, I realize. And, frankly, I'm not sure we trust your newfound, oral acolyte over there, even though it looks like she has offered our best chance to get to the city. But now our knowledge has gotten us this far. And Nass even says that she wasn't sure why the spell took her to this spot that she was casting. She was trying to get to her most desired location and it brought her here. But they said we don't know how far this tunnel goes or where the city actually lies. I think it best if maybe we hung back a bit, especially since Nass is not fully as strong as she once was. Body isn't as powerful as Valin's, and you see Valin just absolutely look like she's ready to just cast a spell at him right now.
I'm about to say, like, we never really talked about it, but
Yeah.
Valena, I assume, agreed not to murder them on sight.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, you have a lot of nerve, even still being here. Betraying the Arcane Brotherhood and bringing this land into ruination. Please, like you care about this land, Valin, you're as interested in this city as the rest of us. She kind of huffs a little bit. But that's why I suggest
She hasn't murdered anyone in the interest of gaining access to the city.
Yes, a real saint.
Well, I mean, compared to you, sir.
I spent the last nearly 2 years in prison. Revel's End is no joke.
Well, your only crime then is picking your friends. He'll sort of side-eye Ness.
Yeah, she loops an arm around Valish and glares at you. As I was suggesting, maybe we'll let you all be the vanguard. Step in first and deal with any threats that might emerge.
Put
How
it
do
to
we
you
know?
this way. When I go through that door, it shuts behind me. So you come now or you don't come at all.
You are 100% not sure about that.
No, but she 100% believes it.
Yeah,
100% believes it.
yeah. They say
100% conviction in what she says because she knows that these two are actually pretty stupid.
rest assured, if it begins to shut, we will quickly dart inside. But we will not be far behind.
That's okay. Don't worry, the Frostmaiden isn't far behind either.
Yes, have you considered that, despite not knowing where you wanted to go with your spell, that the spell deposited you exactly where the Frostmaiden wanted her acolyte to be? Have you considered the possibility that you were in fact guided?
Yes. That terrifies me, as it
To be
should
honest,
you.
sir, it is a fool's errand, I believe, to believe that we can outwit or outmatch or outplay a god. And I believe you are trying to do all three, sir.
That is what is going to be required for such an expedition.
I'm not sure why we're trying to convince him to come with us.
I
Budget are always
don't know if I want him at our back. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Like stepping into our weakest moment and being like, all right, now's when we take what we want.
Yeah. Naz says, all right. We'll keep in touch. Trust me. We'll be around. And she waves her hands, and they both just dematerialize.
Probably just illusion magic, but
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, Valent huffs and says, well, you can trust that there's no trusting them, but you already know that.
Yes, well, as long as we prepare for the stabbing in the back, we'll...
And it won't hurt as much, will it?
Yeah, exactly. Which I know we're about to go into a tunnel again, but I forgot to re-summon Lord Marbury.
Lord
whenever
Marbury.
we, long rested.
He did say it was a 5-foot wide tunnel.
Lord Marbury can squeeze. he'll tuck his wings in.
Yeah. Because I was about to pull out an animal also.
Actually, I
Here
remember
come
looking
the
this up
animals.
a few sessions ago, and I remember it saying that whatever size creature can physically squeeze into a one size
Yeah.
lower than themselves, but it's like us going into a
Yeah.
tight 3-foot wide tunnel. It's like we're
Yeah, you can move. I mean, it'd be like difficult terrain and stuff. Now, if you were
Yeah,
trying to fight
yeah,
in such a circumstance, that would be all kinds of
Right.
penalties. But if you're just trying to move through it, yeah, you just go slow and steady.
Well, in that case, I'm going to summon a giant goat.
Damn
it.
A little,
not
yeah,
the worst.
not the worst.
We still haven't seen like a squirrel or a fox or something.
He summoned a fox once, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
He had a pair of foxes like at some point.
they were like scouts or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Giant goat
Well.
is a giant ass goat.
Giant goat can still attack, so I'll take it.
Yeah, anything that can attack. Yeah, so the opening
Narrows
narrows.
that art makes it look like it's bigger than
I know.
the Pegasus.
It does. It's scary. The opening
Big ass
narrows
goat.
dramatically into a sloped tunnel that descends into darkness. The sides of the walls and ceiling are polished ice that resembles glass. You are all in the upper left corner. This map, if you can see.
Yeah. Ray, do you have any idea why the goddess wanted us at this particular location? I know I told them it was to get interest in the city, but I have no idea why we're here.
Frey, if you need a refresher, when the goddess spoke to you through your mind, you were treated to very brief, almost overwhelming visions of events that took place 2,000 years ago, with this city flying and then something happening and it crashing into this glacier, and then lie dormant for a long time, and then you're not sure, some indeterminate time later, and it seemed to have a power source that powered the entire city. Something happened to that caused the city to crash, and then some time later, this power source was seemingly reactivated, but it was damaged, and that seemed to be causing some sort of very dangerous problem that even you could feel some concern from Auril about it. And that's why she had, you're beginning to think that's maybe why she was put the whole place under like secure lockdown, basically, and was trying to figure out what was going on. And now seeing you all get as far as you did, and then you accept her blessing, instead of trying to just murder you all, now she's thinking, all right, go and be my agent down there and figure out what the fuck, and stop this from what you felt from her point of view was some kind of apocalyptic event was building.
There are things you all need to see before we get to where we're going. Did you hear that, Gaunt? I know you're back there.
You get no response.
Yes, well, I trust we're being guided to an end to this misery, so let us continue on this adventure then.
At all the right appropriate moments, Frey will yell out to Gaunt and Ness and just be like, I know you're back there and you can hear these things.
I mean, as we're traveling too, I can turn on my detect magic, and I could be, if they're within 30 feet of us, I could see that they're within 30 feet.
That's
of
true.
us.
Yeah.
So I will do that. I will ritual cast detect magic as we're walking into this tunnel.
Okay. As you first enter the tunnel, you do at the very back of your radius, you do detect magic coming from behind you. But then as you move into the tunnel, it actually fades. So you don't know if they're staying further back or what. But
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've given myself the climbing speed from the long rest, by the way.
Ah, okay. Well, that's the usual, I think, right?
Yeah. That's my go-to.
Yeah. Yep, you got the tunnel before you. I think Edmund is actually Valen doesn't have dark vision either. She is a human. She can cast light if nobody else can, because she needs to be able to see.
Is Frey's axe on?
Well,
Because that's
Frey's axe
also-
gives her dark vision. It doesn't grant light to everybody.
Oh, it doesn't grant light. Okay.
Yeah. I forget what Edmund usually does to see.
Light a
things.
torch.
Yeah, light a torch. Do you want to try to light a torch, and then immediately you see Frey's eyes kind of do a fun little like glimmer thing, and the torch just snuffs out dramatically.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened?
No idea.
Tries to light it again. He's
Mm-hmm.
what the?
Frey walks like 10 feet away, so that way you don't think it's her.
Torch is busted.
Things must have gotten damp somehow. Anybody else? Anybody else got a way to see in here?
Yeah, Valen impatiently says, very well. And she actually will touch your torch and just cast light, magic
thank you.
light on it.
Didn't want to waste a spell slot.
I mean, it's a cantrip, but... Me let you emit light. There we go.
Thank you, thank you.
She turns to all of you and says, well, shall we? Just don't want to be at the south end of this horse going down the tunnel, if you prefer.
You can put the mental image in my head of Lord Marbury just pooping like every other horse does. As he's walking.
I mean,
Just walking along.
you don't want to be behind the horse in the
Stopping.
parade either, so I know that much.
Marbury's a lord. He's supposed to be better than that.
He uses the corner, damn it. The
I
corner.
will lead with my mountain goat, my giant goat.
All right.
Probably
But-
no better.
Where
Yeah.
did we come from? Top left?
You came from the top. Yeah, I had to block off because there's not a lot of map here. But yeah, this is all open tundra behind you. This bit of ice here is the waterfall. My sound is fucking up. Let me restart that. And then the tunnel below you is the way forward. Give me one second.
Frey's more than happy to walk in the front.
Probably a good idea.
Those spider webs?
Hang on one second, folks. I gotta restart this. All right, sorry, I had to restart my volume. Fucks up every once in a while.
Huh.
All right, yes, go ahead.
Edmund was inquiring whether those were spider webs down there.
They look like very, very old, big strandly spider webs. As you go down the tunnel, the air grows stale and strange noises echo from the depths below.
Frey is coming to get you.
The short tunnel opens into a 30-foot high cavern. In its center, the remains of a wooden ship hull rests on the floor.
a ship hull?
Like the butt of a boat.
Turn that on. There we go. Sorry, it wasn't restricting movement before. Yes, parts of a boat. Thank you.
Interesting. This place not used to be frozen, perhaps?
Belen, when she gets close, actually speaks up, and she kind of rushes into the room, heedless of danger, and bends down and says, "My God, this is a Netherese sky coach. This is thousands of years old. Beautiful construction." She's just kind of lost in her thoughts, like rubbing her hands on it.
So it's this ship used to sail the skies then.
Yes, like a ship would have smaller boats to go out and fish and help with the harbor and things. These flying cities would have all these little, taxis for getting around. This is incredible. I didn't think we'd find something so soon to the surface.
Don't worry, there will be more.
Is there anything like that we can go through in this ship remains, or is it just like fully frozen?
Yeah, you can search them.
Okay.
You also see flickering lights coming from this northeast chamber and this northwest chamber, and then to the south, this is a drop off. You can see below because it drops off down to the south, but there's like a 20-foot drop here, and then another tunnel that just descends into darkness is in the lower left.
Interesting. Plenty of places to check out.
I see what you're doing. You're tempting us to split the party.
It is tempting,
What?
right?
But yeah, if you want to come up and check out the ship, you absolutely can do that.
Yeah. Let's do that. Start with just look through what we can look through on this wreck.
Yep. You can give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
The first thing you find when you go through the ship, and Villain's kind of right there with you, like scrabbling everything. And she gives a little bit of a yelp, kind of an unbecoming, and as a skeleton drops out of underneath, and it's got no head, just a headless frozen skeleton that looks absolutely ancient. And as you dig through, you see a couple more of these headless skeletons. And as you see that, you suddenly hear a cackling going from just bounces off the room, and you all just kind of, glancing around. And from
Yes.
it's like, is that one of you making that sound?
That doesn't sound like Frey's usual laugh, no. Can we at all tell where it's coming from? Or...
You can, because out of one of the corner tunnels comes a flying, floating, flaming skull.
Oh, God damn it.
That immediately opens its mouth and screams as a blast of fire explodes in the middle of all of you.
Frey, the book was a trap.
And I need all of you to give me...
Just because he wanted to do this.
A dexterity saving throw, please.
Wonderful.
You're using this as a surprise round.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't be surprised.
Uh,
As long as I am not incapacitated, I get to act normally.
if you rage, that's true. Right?
If I enter my rage before doing anything else that turn, yes.
That is true.
That fucking skull pisses me off.
Because you normally you would also get like your what, instinct, like advantage on dex saves, right? From
Mhm.
danger.
Yeah.
I forget what that's called, but yeah, I think you get something like that.
Could be relevant.
Danger sense.
Danger sense. There you go.
You said dex save?
Yes.
I can roll for Celeste.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that wasn't good.
Who wants Thimbleweed? Does somebody have control of him right now?
I do not.
Let me see if I do.
I could take him, but I don't have control.
Okay.
I already have control.
Oh yeah,
I'll do
Frey's
it.
already got him. Okay.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you mind?
That's fine.
That last Lord Marbury was Celeste, by the way.
Okay. I was like, damn, Lord Marbury.
Yeah, Lord Marbury does not have +8.
The
to his dex
dodge.
save.
Where's his little token?
Oh yes, and Celeste will not take any
There it
damage
is.
because of her evasion. Yes. Thanks, chat.
Yeah.
Lead.
That's good.
Dex save.
Is a DC 13.
Jesus Christ. I rolled
Wow.
well.
Yeah. I got the dex. DC 13 for 28 fire damage coming in.
I'll use one of my special dice to see if I can get above a 12.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
Odds are pretty good for that, I would think.
I think it's a D6. Yeah, 18 for me.
Hey,
All right.
wow. So 28 fire damage, is it half if we save?
It is half if you make the save,
Oh,
yes.
It's a straight up fireball. Okay.
It is a straight up fireball.
So 14, there goes my temp hit points.
I have one left.
Oh, which by the way, oh, I guess these tokens are the saved ones because they don't have the temp hit points on them anymore.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if you put them on the token, these are different. This is a new map.
Okay. So it is 28 minus 15.
13.
I think your giant goat explodes.
Yep.
Just go for it.
That goat got summoned, went down to a tunnel, and just got exploded. Kashunk.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta do Valen, don't I? He is not happy about this either. And she is a full-fledged party member on y'all's team right now.
Good.
This is her. Dex was not good.
No.
That was not good. So she takes that full attack. And she grunts and rocks backwards, and you see more headless skeletons down there. You do see there looks like a damaged safe in there that looks like it's full of loot. But right now, I'm going to ask everybody to roll for some initiative.
Wait, where is this safe at?
Yeah, in this ship.
Like here? Right in the middle of where we are?
Well, probably right where you are.
Oh, okay. Initiative, you say?
Initiative.
Whoa.
Combat music.
Oh man, it's a lot of
Ooh, Frey rolling the 1 on the initiative.
Yeah, but it actually rolled the 11. It just comes up right because I have natural advantage on initiative.
Oh, I see.
Right.
And then don't forget to get Celeste and Thimbleweed if we haven't already.
I got Celeste.
Yep.
And looks like you got Thimbleweed.
All right. It looks like Lord Marbury is the first to react.
There's no Valravn though.
Oh, there's
Oh,
no ball
where-
Robin.
I'm not sure why mine didn't go up. Mine was the 19.15 after. No, it wasn't. Mine was 18.14, the first one. Must not have had myself selected. Hold on, I'll roll it again.
Okay.
There we go. It's supposed to be 18.
Realize I just now stopped drinking coffee. I'm never going to sleep tonight. Jesus.
Ah!
Do I need to change the number?
I changed it, but you probably should reorder them. All right, Lord Marbury.
Well, Frey, did you want to rage and not be surprised?
It's just a single skull, right?
That you can see.
Oh, look, there's more. Okay.
I did mention flickering in at least 2 of the caves.
Sense more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use one of my stingy rages. So that way I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Which means I get to move up to half my movement speed when I rage. 9, 17, 20. There we go.
Yep. Go ahead and take a full turn because it'll be basically a surprise round after the
The
skull
fireball.
exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the rage, claws come out. I already have climbing speed. What else am I missing? There's other things, I'm sure. Chat will tell me. Alright, let's Oh, this is a fire thing.
Yes. So it's very dangerous to you.
It is. But I bet it also doesn't like cold.
Ah.
'Cause I also now have the frosty fingers.
Frosty fingers.
That's just frostbite, dear.
I know.
I can't feel my
Ah.
fingers.
I'll hit it with my axe instead. Obviously, it's reckless.
Obviously.
Obviously.
20 will hit. Tiny
Plus
rage.
plus 3 more for the rage, yeah.
Okay. So 16.
Yeah.
Smash into the axe. 25 will definitely hit.
Another 14.
For 14. All right, that axe is, or the skull is looking pretty damaged. You, like, knock off its jaw and one of its eyes starts dimming, and it tries to yell, or it does yell and scream at you, but it's in a language you do not understand.
Do any of us?
No. Bolin actually pauses for a second and says, "My God." We'll get back to that.
She does not elaborate.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn.
In the heat of battle. All right, so now we'll start up with the regular with Lord Marbury.
All right. How high are we? How high is this tunnel or the cave?
The
right in
cavern
this room?
is
Yeah.
30 feet high.
Oh, okay. There's plenty of room for him to come in from above. Lord Marbury will fly. I don't know how to do this mechanical or on the token map, but he'll fly above Frey
Yeah, that's tricky.
and come in and try to stomp a skull.
Stomp a
Good
skull.
night, don't be above me.
That does it.
For 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And
Kick that
that's
skull in the face.
That's right.
Makes more angry remarks. Still existing, but looks very heavily damaged. Did it?
That's it. That's all. That's all.
Okay.
He can only, he's a Pegasus. He's not a level 12 player character.
Yeah,
he
that
does
is,
not get to do multiple things.
that's fair. That's fair. From around a corner deeper into the caverns, another floating skull head appears. And this one fires off some flaming rays. He's gonna choose between Frey and Valravn for these attacks.
Not the Pegasus. The Pegasus isn't involved in this.
I guess this is a pretty big target, but these things seem intelligent enough to hit the rider.
Okay. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I was actually hoping to hit the vulnerable barbarian, but Token has decided the bard. The 24 is so close to a crit. For 10 fire damage.
Okay, that certainly hits.
And another ray comes out, just fires out of its eyes. That one looks like it goes wide, though.
Yeah, alright.
And it actually flies back deep into these tunnels.
They're guerrilla warfare. Guys.
And then it's Valravn.
Okay, how did I get so high on initiative? That's shocking.
That is weird.
All right.
Alright, I never rolled villain for initiative.
Raven will begin to mock the skulls, or write a passage of the skulls' failures as guardians of this cave was becoming apparent as the Pegasus and the halfling tore into it. It suddenly was aware that it was a failure in life, and it could do naught but flee the battle as such.
Okay. It's a
DC.
It's a dissonant whisper.
Yep, it's a dissonant whisper. DC 17.
Alright.
Oh.
Like it's arcane creation. Confers it some advantage.
Alright.
But with a DC 17, that ain't no walk in the park. Wisdom. Ooh.
Oh shit! Look at that.
You did not unsettle it.
You rolled a straight 18. Well, unsettling words wouldn't have even helped here, because that would have just made it regular.
True.
And you would have rolled an 18.
I thought unsettle. What's the one that minuses? I thought it minused a number. Is that
Oh,
wrong?
you're right. That's the D. You're right. It's not disadvantage.
Yeah, because it used your bardic inspiration to minus it. Yeah.
Yep. That
Yeah.
would have worked. Yeah. All right. Well, it's half damage then, and it does not have to run.
Well, fun fact: half of 10 is actually still good enough to kill this thing, as I realized.
The psychic unsettlingness.
Yeah, it kind of quivers for a second and drops down. It does this weird thing where just the flame goes out and the eyes go out, and the regular skull drops down. Doesn't do anything more dramatic than that.
Now, okay. We'll talk about this after
Meta knowledge. as
Valravn
Valravn
skull was such an important part of our D&D like upbringing.
I love using flame skulls.
it's just such an iconic, like, we all remember the flame skull.
Yes.
We'll just talk about that after the fight.
Yeah. But these characters, I believe, I've never encountered them before.
Exactly. So do they know this? Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah.
And Valravn will he'll speak some words about the vanquishing of the flaming skull, emboldened the orcish monk as she rushed in to attack the fleeing compatriot. And he will give Celeste some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Next, it's my turn.
We've got Thimbleweed as controlled by Heather.
Me. Brayweed.
Brayweed.
Sure, that sounds weird. But
That
sure.
does sound weird.
All right. So Thimbleweed with no one went back up that way. Since that one's dead.
Yeah.
15. All right, so he can just see that one. So we'll just shoot it with his bow and arrow. Does he have a bow and arrow? I think he has a bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not using Hailstorm. I think it's just the regular short bow.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So normal attack. 17.
That as that shoots, you see a little magical force field appear around the skull, and
Oh damn.
arrow bounces off of it. And wait till you guys
Eh?
actually rolled a low enough attack roll.
Okay, well, we'll try again.
Yeah, I mean usually, well, you rolled a 6.
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
Shit! Or
Yeah, like you guys have to
Just
roll pretty
crits.
low to even make that worth it, but obviously, yeah, the crit goes off. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Alrighty
One
then.
To the board. It's so many get added last time and very few this time. Let's see. That's Emily, and that is a 15 plus massive damage, which is a con save, I believe. Somebody help remember me the DC. Is that the 10 or the 15?
I thought it was 10 or half damage,
You are-
whichever was
You're
higher.
exactly correct. 10 or half the damage. So staves off the massive damage. It does take 15 damage. I think he's got other things he can apply. There were bugs things he could do.
Yeah.
He does them so quickly and efficiently. It's
Right,
he just tells
does the
me
math.
a number
Yeah.
at the end.
Just a number
Yeah.
at the end.
Writhing Tide. I know one of them is he can reroll one of his damage dice, but I rolled pretty good, so
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep it. It could
There's just the
mark it as a
bugs.
favored foe. But he only has 3 of those, so I don't want to take that away. And then yeah, storm.
I think that's it. Those 3 things are generally the 3 things that he does, like bugs.
Yeah.
Pierce
Bugs
your
could
feet,
add to damage somehow.
which I think that's already built in. So is that the extra 1d6?
That was like
Or
from
is
the
that-
crit.
Oh, that's from the crit.
Yeah.
Okay, the bugs can add some damage then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so once on each of your turns, you can cause the swarm to assist you in one of the following ways. Immediately after you hit a creature with an attack, the attack's target takes 1d6 piercing damage from the swarm. Okay, so we can do that. So that'll add another 1d6.
Demnix in the chat is saying that the Piercer feat
Yes, the piercer
also gives
feat.
extra.
Oh, I'll read it. Let's see. The piercer feat. When you score a critical hit that deals piercing damage, you can roll 1 additional damage die when determining the extra piercing damage the target takes.
Okay, yeah.
This would be 1 more d6.
Wow.
So I'm gonna
This is the
roll. All right,
formula.
let's do the piercer feat first, which is an extra d6.
Yeah.
Thank you, Demnix. Roll 1d6. Oh, I rolled poorly for that. Sorry, Reese.
Which the piercer feat now goes off though, doesn't it?
You can re-roll it,
You
maybe?
can re-roll it. It says once
Or
per
with an
turn when
attack roll that deals piercing damage, you can reroll one of the attack's damage dice. You
Yes.
must use. All right, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
use that.
so you-
All right. All right, so that's a 5, 11. So right now we're at 20, and then the Gathered Storm lets me use. Because basically his bugs are always around him. That's just the thing that we have.
Yeah, that's right.
So once on each of your turns, you can cause the swarm to assist you in one of the following ways. Immediately after you hit a creature with an attack, the attack's target takes 1d6 piercing damage from the swarm. The attack's target must succeed on a strength saving throw against my spell save DC, or be moved by the swarm up to 15 feet horizontally in a direction of my choice. You are moved by the swarm 5 feet horizontally in a direction of your choice.
Yeah, so those are 3 options you can employ with the bugs. They can either move enemies, they can move you, or they can just deal more damage.
We're gonna have them deal more damage.
Yeah.
And the chat's right, it's a D8 now. It leveled up at some point.
Mighty Swarm.
Yeah. I think either level 8, I think. Level 11. Okay.
This isn't Mighty Swarm, this is Gathered Swarm.
Well, but the Gathered Swarm leveled up. It's
Okay.
like it just got better at its
Okay, yeah, the damage of Gathered Swarm increases to 1d8. Okay. So it's an extra d8. Roll.
Yep.
Special one.
This is all the math Reese does in his head before he tells Eric the number.
Yeah, like I said, it's fast
Plus
enough.
another 6,
I pay
11, 20, 26 points of damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a log calculation equals 26.
That's pretty effective. Yeah, it does a shit ton of damage. That skull takes a mighty beating, but it is still up. It's Reese's crit lawyer. Much obliged.
I need to add these in as modifiers for his attack, so he can just like click a button and it just auto does
it.
it.
Really should have been by now. Like, it's crazy. We really
all
of us. I mean, I'm as a DM, I'm very bad about setting up convenient things.
Yeah.
And only in this campaign have I really finally done a better job of doing some of that with the tables and things.
Right.
Is that it?
Yes. That was 2 attacks.
Yeah, it was. Mr. Ulrich.
You said that there was some twinkling to the top right?
Yes, you noticed as you came in here there was a light glowing coming from both caves, and through one of them a flame skull popped out and fireballed you all. And you see the same kind of, like a torchlight almost, basically coming from this northeast side.
Can I use any of the shipwreckage to block this hallway?
Not very effectively. You could try and use it as cover for you personally, but this is a 30-foot high cave, and this tunnel becomes a tunnel at some point. But you're not sure you'd be able to wield this wreckage very effectively, and it's all very frozen and stuck to the ground.
My main attack is a flame blade. I don't think that would
What could happen?
Tricky. Yeah.
Last time you tried to use an elemental thing, what the creature like lapped it up for something.
Right. Absorbed it.
Sure, I used the flaming spear, and it ate it up.
Yep.
Alright, I've added Gathered Swarm as a global damage modifier
Oh
for him.
boy.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna hide around the corner and ready in action. Thorn Whip, particularly.
Okay.
For the first flaming skull I see enter my pathway.
Okay. You see the light grow a little bit stronger. However, you never see the skull actually enter this room. What you do see is a fireball enter this room, as they do not have to enter the room to cast fireball. So this one will just literally target the middle of the room. I think I can still hit everybody, but I'll draw it if I need to. What is the range on this thing? The 20-foot radius sphere. So that's what, 40 feet in diameter?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that covers. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cover everybody. All right. Yep. Another fireball incoming. Ooh.
Yikes.
Everybody, please give me a dexterity saving throw for 33 fire damage. DC 13 save halves the damage unless you're Celeste that has evasion.
I'm screwed no matter what.
Same's cackling.
Man, can you put the book back up for me? I need to read something on it.
Which? Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't find it in the thing.
this thing. It's under for you guys. It's under Appendix D, Magic, and then
Okay.
under Books. I don't know why there's a separate. I can move that to the Magic item section.
Mm.
Took me a while to find it as well.
That's fine. If it's under books, I can find it.
You guys are making some pretty good deck saves, though. Edmund was able to use Flash of Genius to make the save. Thimbleweed made the save, while Robin made the save. Lord Marbury did not.
Nope.
Right.
I can't open it, so you might have to make an adjustment on it.
Can't. Can't open the book?
No. Won't let me open it.
It says all player journals. Do you want me to copy and paste it in the chat box? Would that help?
Yeah, that's fine.
33 damage. Is that... Lord Marbury is in bad shape all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's not good.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, otherwise everybody takes half of that damage, except, yeah, Lord Marbury takes the full, and then I think Celeste still takes none because of her evasion.
None. That's right. Dodging fireballs.
Yeah.
Is the fire on a flame skull magical?
One might presume.
One might
Fireballs are
presume.
magical.
Yeah. They are literally magical in nature. Yep, except Frey. So Frey, you have the damage, but then your vulnerability, so you take the full damage again. Yeah. And you are not happy about this. It's a weird thing for me to dictate for this DM, but...
Say, the DM steps in and says what your character feels.
That's a little
about
presumptuous
things,
of me, but clearly you've never felt to being vulnerable to a damage before is what I'm trying to say, and that's...
Yeah.
But like literally, like your Blessing of the Frostmaiden, like it like affects you like on an emotional level where you just like that is not cool. That you just do not like. You just have an aversion to fire now. And then that thing again, Gorilla goes back to its corner and cackles loudly in this weird language. Valen says, "I think it's Etherese speaking a dead language." And she looks down at the headless skeletons and then says, "My
Yes.
gods."
Yes. 1 + 1 = 2, dear.
Yes.
These are the heads of the skeletons.
On her turn, what does she know about flame skulls? Because they are probably immune to that kind of damage. Well, she doesn't have a lot of good options here. She'll cast... No, she won't. She'll just cast... No, there's nobody in sight. She's just gonna backpedal back where Edmund is. She's gonna get out of the fucking range of these fireballs nuking at her. Saying, this is no good place to be right now. These things are laying fireballs down. She'll kind of back up into the tunnel.
Why don't you attack them then?
Well, she will also ready an attack. She'll do what you did, basically. Stay back in the tunnel and ready an attack if somebody comes in, but knowing that she just... This is want to be in ground zero.
Hey.
This is my spot. Get your own.
Exactly.
Alright, Celeste as played by Chris.
Alright, Celeste will see the one that just ducked to the northeast, and she will give chase. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, shit! She says out loud.
Yeah.
She'll yell back, there's 2 of them up here! And then you'll hear the sounds of... Can she even tell which one just threw a fireball? Like...
They look exactly the same.
Yeah, okay.
All flame skulls kind of look pretty similar.
Let's randomly pick one. Let's go to the one to the south.
Hashtag
But-
not all flame skulls.
Yeah.
Not all skulls. Yeah, number 4 here. She will start laying into. She won't do any of her radiant. Well, I guess her radiant stuff is radiant, not fire.
Radiant
But-
stuff is radiant.
Yep. So she'll just start mopping. Mopping furiously.
Oh,
There we
another
go.
crit on the board. Actually, Celeste is doing great against these AoE things that she can make the save for because she's
That's
taking
exactly,
no damage.
yeah.
She's usually the one getting beat up the most, but
Right.
That is a crit.
AoE dodge things are like her bread and butter.
Yes, exactly. Crit from Celeste for 17 damage. Which one were you attacking?
Number 4.
Okay.
Does that do a thing too?
Yep.
The crits?
Triggers the massive damage save, which is the con.
I feel like we forgot on Thimbleweed.
No, we did the other one. They just made
we
the
did
save.
do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a DC 10 or half the damage.
Gotcha.
And they made the save.
They made the save. All right. Then she will mop that one again. 18.
Yes. Not even the shield
For
will help me.
8 bludgeoning.
Okay. That skull's looking real messed up.
And she'll use a key point to do 2 unarmed strikes. Or wait, okay. If you spend 1 key point or more as part of your action on this turn, you can make 1 attack with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon as a bonus action before the end of the turn. Does that mean I could? Well, I guess that's a bonus action. So So if I was going to do my unarmed strike, that would be 2 unarmed strikes. Okay, I see why that's the case. All right, she will do 2 unarmed strikes against number 4.
Yep.
8. Does it look like bludgeoning was doing extra damage to these things, or regular damage?
Regular from what you can tell. It looks like
Alright,
the
so
radiant is doing normal damage as well.
Okay, that's fine. And then 1 more.
It's all magical attacks from her.
Yes. 1 more punch.
With that one, it would activate its shield.
Okay.
Because then it can block it.
Yeah. All right.
Shield finally shimmers up and it says more words.
Yeah.
And it looks really fucked up. Like it just cracked and everything. It looks like it would have died from another blow, but that shield comes up at the right moment.
Okay, that is her turn.
All right, does she want to hit and run, or do you want to have her stay there?
No, she's gonna actually stay here.
Okay.
She actually has been bolstered by the fact that she's been dodging all these guys' AoE attacks.
Fair enough. Frey,
That's me.
are you bolstered by the fact you're taking some nasty fire damage?
No, but I'm happiest when I'm risking everything, so
That is true.
once more into the fray.
15.
15, 20, 25. Sweet advantage.
Yeah, and that one looks pretty messed up because it took a critical arrow in the face.
27
Yeah.
for 21.
Yep, you smashed that skull, but good. It is obliterated, and that just normal skull falls to the ground.
Oh. Alright. Stupid skull.
They gotta get those fireballs off early because they don't survive long.
That is not our experience with these stupid skulls.
Wow,
We were much lower
you've never
level.
fought them at level
Yeah.
12. At level 12, I get to use multiple skulls. That's the trick.
I'd say, if I remember correctly, the fight we had was a 1 flame skull, and it was a big deal.
Yes, it was a big deal.
Yep. Well, we were
Everybody's like,
level
what's
3.
a fireball spell? Oh, God.
Holy shit.
Alright, that's it. I can't reach the other one, so.
Okay. This is the one that's shielded and is now still alive. Unfortunately, that was actually a good move. With Celeste in its face, it cannot effectively unleash its fireball. So it will just blast you with its fire ray attack, Celeste. What is her AC these days?
17.
17. All right, that one's going to go wide. And that one should hit for only 7 fire damage. Yes, Jason, we'll talk about that in Frostbite chat, but this was, interestingly, not enough scale to encounter. I was like, all right, 4 flame skulls, let's do it. Lord Marbury is not looking too good.
No, and he also can't fit in these tiny holes that the flame skulls have retreated back into. So Lord Marbury is actually going to drop Valravin off here.
You don't want to
Why
see
can't-
this.
That's right. For some reason, I can't move the Pegasus token.
Huh?
It's like caught in the wall or something.
Oh,
Move it out.
okay.
I don't know why, but
Clipped through the ground.
yeah. All right. Lord Marbury will just whinny in a indignant manner.
Like scorch marks, like burnt flesh, I imagine. Like
yeah.
really not a good look.
Just char falling off the feathers of its wings.
Oh.
Just
So sad. There were no animals were
and-
harmed in the making of this episode.
that's right. And he'll take to the skies and go as high as he can, which is probably about 25 feet
Yeah.
up, into this cavern. And just sort of neigh in a manner that expresses his irritation at the situation.
It's fair. That one is dead, and we go to Valrava. And yeah, Jason, I mean, it could have, but it wasn't going to right there. Plus, it probably witnessed Celeste, like, Matrix dodging both fireballs, so actually... wasn't the
Would've done less damage.
wasn't the best tool against her, yeah.
So the one up there is dead, right? The one.
Yes,
here?
the one in the cave is dead. You sense you are still in combat, and obviously you can tell Celeste has been fighting skulls up here. Which have not emerged from this.
Which,
You've
by
got
the way,
both...
go
ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Valen and Edmund are both in Overwatch mode watching this cave, but neither of these skulls have come out far enough into the room.
Okay. I did realize that she could have used her bardic inspiration on that attack that the shield went up on.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if it would have hit still, but she could have done that. I just forgot.
Yep.
All right. Well, Valravin also can't see any more enemies, which is a bit of a bummer. So he will prepare a spell. He'll prepare a.
He said it so like, I've never done this before.
I mean, I don't think I have, but it's worthy of that reaction. Prepare a vicious. No, he'll prepare a dissonant whisper.
No,
For,
a super vicious mockery.
That's right. From here in the middle of the. Well, he'll go one more up. For any flame skull he sees, he will cast dissonant whisper on them immediately.
Okay.
Because he can't even make it all the way up there. To where
I'm
Celeste
assuming
is
that's something
anyway.
you can do. I know we've actually seen that, like an Overwatch spell.
Yeah, an Overwatch spell. You can do it.
Okay.
It's just it's very rare.
Okay. Thimbleweed as controlled by Heather. Might run into the same line of sight issue that the skulls have cleverly hidden themselves in the alcoves. You might be muted, by the way.
I was blowing my nose earlier. Figured people didn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's fair.
All right. Thimble fray.
That's better than Freyweed.
That does sound better. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
16 is definitely going to cause it to set up that shield again.
The Beneful ran? I guess he went, didn't he? He attacked.
Or is the
before
shield
us.
still up? That's a good question.
Well, it depends on when he went, right?
It's yeah, you're right. Duration 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I guess it's
So
shield.
it's-
Yeah, you're right. Its shield is still up.
Well,
Yep.
no, he didn't he go? Didn't he shoot flame rays at Celeste?
Does it last until your next turn?
Yeah, that's what it says. To the start of your next turn.
You're right.
So yeah, he would need to do it again then.
Yeah, so that would be you doing it again.
Yes,
So yeah.
yeah, I named to do it again. You're right. Yep. So he does it again. He puts a shield up. But that's
Second
gonna get
lap.
right
Wow.
through it. Yep.
We'll even turn on Gathered Swarm.
No.
My new fancy button on his sheet.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah.
At the top one is a Gathered Swarm.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, yeah,
It even says it when you
1d6.
hover over. That's nice. Yeah.
yeah.
It does, yeah.
2 seconds with the character, and you've like done something that he has literally not done the entire campaign. He's just been manually typing.
I'm telling you, Reese likes to do the math in his head. He enjoys just figuring, okay, I'm gonna do this,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
this. Here's the number.
I
think
didn't get a
it'd
critical
I
hit.
can't
so-
even promise he'll use these buttons once he
It'd
gets
be
the
funny if you
purchase
changed the
there.
damage to say swarm. Then it would say like just 7 swarm
That would,
versus
yeah.
piercing. I think that'd be fun.
I can do that.
That will absolutely destroy the skull.
Oh, wow.
That took a beating from
Swarm.
Celeste.
Swarm damage. It's now Swarm.
Nice. You can't see it, but you sense you guys are still in combat from a nearby skull.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the piercer in there.
Hmm.
You don't need to, really. He rolled high enough on all his damage.
Yeah,
The only place it affects it right now is re-rolling bad damage.
yeah. I'm just trying to think of it for the.
Oh,
Maybe
how
for
to
the
get it-
crit?
like for the character sheet, yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably a way to plug in the algorithm that like, hey, if I roll a 1 or 2, then roll another die,
It's
do that
plus
whole
D6,
thing. Yeah.
hmm
But I'm not clever enough to do that. Does he have any movement left?
No.
Do we go to Edmund?
Aye, these clever flame skulls.
Yeah.
Didn't even show their face.
They did
Me.
not.
They just hide.
They forced you all to go into the caves and fight them.
I don't even know where they are anymore.
Hmm.
One, tell me where the next flame skull is.
Celeste yelled it earlier, but she'll reply back to you. There's still one up here
Yeah.
to the north.
5, 10, 15. I will use my winged boots to fly over Thimbleweed and Celeste.
Yep. You see a dead skull lying on the floor and a flaming skull nearby.
It's probably a bad spot to stand, but
narrow tunnels.
I know, right? I'm just going to Thorn with it.
Darn it.
Boy. That is pain. Almost a crit, too.
Yeah.
Look at the damage on that thing. 3d6 and rolled damn good damage on it. 29
Yes.
definitely hits. 14 piercing, my goodness.
Oh, here it is. I can just add
What?
crit damage
Do you want
to
to
his
pull?
crit bow.
You want to pull the flame skill closer to you?
I do not.
No, sir.
You don't know this, but if you did, my ready spell would go off.
What spell?
Ah,
The
you might.
spell
I mean, you might have seen Valravn cast it.
Preparing-
Yeah, so he.
I've got a spell readied for whenever a flame skull comes into sight.
I mean, you can communicate that as he, during
Yeah.
combat if you
I'm
want.
walking
Yeah.
by him like, what you doing, Valravn?
I'm just waiting to see one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy's
Good enough for
pen
me,
hovered over the book.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pull it 5 feet closer.
It's
then.
kind of a cool combo. Yeah. So now that
It
you
is.
drag it into his line of sight, that will trigger Valravn's Overwatch attack.
That's right, which is a dissonant whisper.
Yeah.
And he's just describing the attack at this point. As
Yeah.
Edmund's vine whip slashes into the creature, bringing it into sight. Its courage fails it. And not much damage, but
No, it's not. Okay. So it's got the advantage, but we know that its whiz save is not great.
so it's 8, But it does have to run.
But
so
it
it's gonna
does
take some
have
attacks of opportunity.
to run, as we say, with the flame skull. So the flame, it runs from you.
Yes. As far as speed allows, away from me.
Away from you. Okay, so it's gonna try to run.
It runs to the left. Isn't that still running away?
Sure, I'll allow it. Yeah, so
it gets him away from me.
It's gonna try to fly because it can't run, but it's gonna fly away, which is gonna trigger attacks of opportunity from Edmund and Celeste. It suddenly turns and kind of screeches loudly, which echoes off the walls, and flees into its tunnel that it was basically hiding out in.
The mop to the face.
Yep, that will hit. Oh
Nice
my
damage,
goodness.
too. Oh shit.
And Edmund, again, flirting with the crit, rolling 2 19s.
Yikes.
Those 2 opportunity attacks end it. Absolutely. The one crack and the one whip. It just tries to flee over and you just slash it and it slams into the wall. And its light snuffs out.
That was a good combo.
That was a really good combo. That was fun. Bringing a creature. That was like a tactical video game at that point. Like setting
Like
things up. You're
dragging
like,
them into Overwatch?
yeah. Like you can see the
Very XCOM
cone.
move.
You see like the cone distance, and you got to put him in that spot, and then all the shit goes off. I like it. Bolin yells, "Is that it? No more fireballs erupting in the room, then?"
We all just look around for flickering lights.
Yeah.
in the tunnels.
I'm not
Don't believe so, my dear. There don't seem to be any more flaming objects in the area.
sure how that happened, but apparently when they died, well, their heads at least became flame skulls.
It's the name.
Is the name. I've read about them before.
Who
Oh,
would
your
have the
poor
power to
horse.
Turn into flame skulls.
Perhaps. Well, I
Yes,
can at least use their bodies for good use. I hope none of you mind a little necromancy.
I forgot she's a necromancer. That's right. Shit.
Yeah.
Headless skeletons? I mean, I guess, sure, I guess, but...
Hell yeah, she animates death. She chooses a pile of bones and imbues the target with a foul mimicry of life. Spends a minute and summons a skeleton. Technically, it is
Okay.
headless, but
A headless skeleton.
headless
Sure.
skeleton.
Did she make just one?
She does make one, but she does say she could go ahead and make more, but obviously she's got limited 3rd level spell slots, so she says she can also cast Leoman's Tiny Hut if you need that. And her other 2 3rd level spells are offensive in nature.
Well, why didn't she use those in the fight? Okay, I guess because she couldn't see it.
She's a necromancer deal. I'm afraid they deal mostly terrible necrotic damage, and I don't think they would do much against these flame skulls. If we meet
Right.
living creatures, though, I would delight to drain their body's life.
What the odds of that are in this...
Yeah,
Frozen
yeah. She
cave.
sighs and says, "Yes, I agree." Searching the wreckage of the ship properly without anybody attacking you. Aside from the headless skeletons, you see a damaged safe that you can kind of crack open and finish the rest of the way. And inside, you see a... What's the one item you haven't gotten yet that we get in every campaign?
Bag of holding.
A bag of holding!
Yay!
You see a bag of holding.
I didn't know if I was right there, but
Good
it's
guess.
the one thing we normally have.
And inside the bag, you see 4 amethysts that are worth 100 gold each. A potion of flying. A potion of force resistance. 2 potions of greater healing. And a magic ring.
Two potions of regular healing?
Greater healing.
Greater healing. Okay.
Greater healing. I think that is where we're going to end this week's session. Now, normally I would get on everybody for voting for a player who wasn't here, but
Oh, that's sweet, you guys.
yes,
That
the MVPC winner was Celeste, and yes, that's very sweet. And I'm absolutely gonna allow that to happen.
is-
I guess we'll go ahead and let Chris, I guess, roll on the MVP unless we want to try to remember. But
yeah, I'll do it.
Go ahead
We'll
and-
tell her. We'll tell her
yeah,
next
we'll definitely
week.
tell her. But yeah, congrats to all of you. Thank you for voting for her. We miss her. Hopefully, she will be able to jump in with us at least a few more times during this campaign.
That's right.
And Celeste
Potion
found
of
an
greater healing.
additional potion of greater healing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keep her alive a little longer.
I don't know if you guys want to distribute those now or want to do that next session, but I've posted them in the chat, so
We'll do it
Okay.
next session.
yeah, you can see
Yeah.
them all from there.
Magic. In a magic arena, I assume we're gonna have to like rest to
That
identify.
exactly, yeah, that's something
Okay.
you're gonna have to. You can do it on short rest technically, but that is something you're gonna have to identify first. Whereas bag of holding, I don't think requires a 2-minute all, so I just let you guys kind of like a potion where you can just kind of tell what it is. I feel like they're so common. People are just like, oh yeah, bag of holding.
Yeah, that can hold it. Yeah, we know what that is.
You,
We've seen
you,
one of
you
these
can order
before.
those from like a fucking magazine, I think, in this universe.
It's probably like having like I don't know, like a Tesla or something, like a really nice car.
That's
or
true. Like it's
something.
not. Yeah, not everybody has one, but
not
you're like,
everybody has one.
yeah,
but
you
you're
might
like,
see
know
it
what
on the
looks
road.
like.
Yeah, you might see
Yeah.
like a nice person in town having one. You're like, oh man, yeah, bag of holding.
That's a bag of holding.
That's bag of holding.
pretty
There you go.
cool.
All kinds of shit in there.
Yeah.
All right, that is all the time we have for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Raymond, and Reese and Rochelle for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. Shout outs to the patrons. Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Thomas, Stan, William, Brandon, Genocider, David, Eclectic, Roleplay Roll, Christopher, Brian, William, David, Corey, Coa1337, Kyle, Matthew, Big Nut, Greenlee, John, and Infernus. And gold patrons RPG, Papercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard, Lounge, Sam, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Nathan, Fast Like a Tortoise, Scott, Stephanie, Refus, and Carolyn. Thank you all very much for your support. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you next time.
I like that Patreon name because now it reminds me. I haven't eaten
Of the nuts!
But Big Nut reminded me. I need to eat my nut.
I feel like it comes up more during Frostbite chat at this point, too. Because that's when we're all getting our snacks. We're like, it's time for my
That's right.
post-session nuts. I didn't even make a comment about it with session 69 tonight.
No, I
69.
mean, yep.
Nice.
It's always funny.
Nice.